Hey, I am live again. We are back. I have no idea what happened there. I just suddenly got a notification popping up saying this stream has ended on YouTube. Absolutely no idea why that happened. I wasn't sure if it had really ended or not, so I kind of kept it going because it was still going on my end. The time was still ticking away and everything looked normal. The chat wasn't progressing anymore, so I gave it a minute or two. I asked people to say something. No one was saying anything. The chat wasn't moving. It was still good. Well, why didn't anyone say anything? I was saying, hello, is anyone out there? Can anyone hear me? And there was nothing. So I ended it for nothing. Well, womp womp, I guess. But I'm back now. So welcome back all those who returned. What was that notification all about? Yeah, hit the like button again. Hit all the buttons again if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Yeah, Dan Harmson, there was no chats coming through on my end at all. It was just like I was talking to myself. I guess it was just a glitch, some weird glitch that hopefully won't happen again. Hey, Limitless Thinker, hello. The Matrix, yeah. Very weird Heron song. We're back, Smitty. Hey, Ali Wawia, how you doing? It's definitely live. Maybe it's Betamax. We're not exactly sure. I've been capturing lots of peeing dogs lately. I think the last several videos I've done or streams have had a dog relieving itself.
Ended up being a 50. But Jared can't. He should be coming to volunteer.
The stream came pre-liked. Very strange. Well, I guess that's not a bad thing. Hey, Schnurt Chick, hello. Looks like they turned off the funky lighting on the TD Terrace building. Good evening, Kirk. Hey, Kitty M's Canada. Was that right? Well, I guess it finally affected me during a stream anyway. I know we've had some chatty glitch issues during my premieres before. Again, Maroof. So here's the aquarium. Well, that was a bummer that I had to end that stream. But I guess I couldn't have carried on without seeing any chats either, so I kind of had no choice. If there's no chats coming in, I don't know what's going on. If I can't interact with everyone. Hello, Robin. How you doing? Pauline 509. Welcome to the live stream. Well, I got an official notification saying this stream has ended on YouTube, which it actually hadn't. So that was incorrect. Did I pay my YouTube bill? Yeah, kind of a quiet evening here at the Sky Dome. Rancho Mirage. That sounds very hot. It sounds like a very hot part of California. Is it in the desert? It sounds like a desert kind of place. Is it near Palm Springs? I'm gonna plug in my power bank, I think, soon. Come visit. Yeah, I've never been to any part of California. I would definitely like to go one day. Put my gimbal down here. There's not a good place to put down the gimbal around here so I can plug in my power bank. We're on Bremner Boulevard. We're heading west. I'll take us through part of CityPlace. We're just walking around the Sky Dome here. Let's see if we can get back all the viewers I lost. Okay, here's a place I can put my gimbal down. Sometimes the city is devoid of places to put things down on. You have to walk and walk and walk, unless you just want to put it down on the sidewalk. My battery is still at 60%, but I figure I'll just plug it in now so I don't have to play that game again later on where the battery just starts dropping precipitously and there's no stopping it. Or I stream with a 0% phone with my power bank. Crikey, yeah. Blame it on glitchy YouTube telling me the stream was over. Those two buildings are very tall. The tallest in this neighborhood now. They're supposed to have maple leaves sort of in the balcony design. You can sort of make them out a little bit, right? Sort of like the side of a maple leaf. Once they're more complete, you should be able to see it a lot better. Rob M&R, yeah. Just turn it off and back on again. Because those condos are called Canada Square, so that's why they have the maple leaf design. You can sort of see it there. It's not really showing up in the upper floors yet because those ones are not complete yet. I think they probably will light up or something. I think that's the plan, to have some LED lighting. Kathleen Das, hello. It's windy here, very, very windy. Hey, Scott Briggs. Well over there. Megan and I did a walkthrough on the weekend. That was pretty fun. This is Lower Spadina. Marg, it is. There's some nasty cold wind blowing. Paranormal Witness Girl, we're going west. I'm going to head out of downtown. I think I'm going to make my way over to Ossington Avenue. Check out the Ossington Strip. Hello, Dave Thomas. Alright, so we're walking through CityPlace. I don't think there's any connection, Mike, eh? I don't see how that would affect your video quality. But you could always check the little tab to see what your quality is. Maybe it just needs to be bumped up. At the bottom of the little window, there should be a quality gear where you can click it, and maybe it's at 480p or 720p. It needs to be at 1080p. Yeah, people sometimes look at me like I have 3 heads or something. What's he doing? and 33 viewers. We're slowly making our way back up to where we were before. It was over 300 and I went and killed it. JL Braswell, yes, happy Thanksgiving. I mentioned at the beginning of the stream to all my American viewers. Thank you, Hidden Jackpots. That's right. Smash all the buttons. Like, subscribe, share, all of the above. times 6. Our triple X times 2. I always thought it would be strange to wear my own merch, you know. At least out in public. Maybe at home. Just chilling. Well, well, well. There's the well. Let's walk over this pedestrian bridge over here. Yeah, I got my little wind muff foam thing on here, but it doesn't always suffice when it gets really windy. It does all right with light wind. Ferravie, I'm not sure if that has been officially approved yet. And there's another dog doing its business over here. My goodness. All right. These neighborhoods are devoid of children, but they have countless dogs, right? The people here are not reproducing, they're just accumulating furry pets, furry friends, furry children. I shouldn't say it's devoid of children. There is a school at CityPlace, so there must be some children here. You just don't really see them very much out and about unless you're actually walking past the school. Oh, I'm getting a transmission notification now. Try not to get cycled. I think the Rainbow Bridge is still closed, but all the other bridges are open.
She works right now as a software dev.
I'll let them pass because I was capturing their whole conversation. That was just a bad accident, JL Braswell. For reasons not yet explained, that car just went crazy and crashed, killing its 2 occupants. It might have been a mechanical issue. Maybe the person driving was having a medical issue that caused the car to accelerate. I don't think that's been figured out yet. Hey, Dusty Cole. Peter Grimshaw. Yeah, that's right, Paranormal Witness Girl. Yeah, people were pretty quick to blame it on some sort of intentional act, right? But that didn't turn out to be the case.
I know.
There goes a GO train. Yeah, some of those GO trains are 12 coaches long, which is like over 300 meters long, which is equivalent to a 1,000-foot skyscraper. Alright, so this is Portland Street. But we're going to head west. I'm going to go up to Victoria Street. Or not Victoria. We already did Victoria. I'm going to head west to Niagara Street. Or on Niagara Street. We're just talking about Niagara Falls. Now we're going to walk along Niagara Street. Hey, rain one full. That is a very good thing to celebrate. Here, another train. Can't see it though. It's in that trench. That's what I heard too, Chatty Cathy. I think this place here was where that guy Peter Nygaard, the fashion guy who has been in the news lately, lived. I think this is where a lot of those things took place, right here inside this building. A lot of the accusations against him. Now this building is slated to be redeveloped with a 23-story residential building.
Watch out!
Was I not on a sidewalk there? I don't know. It's not quite like a bicycle on the sidewalk, but it's still a moving wheeled vehicle on the sidewalk. So this is Niagara Street. This park is completely full of leaves. Very crunchy to walk through, maybe. They're a bit soggy, so they're not really crunching right now. We've had a lot of rain lately. Maybe in another couple days, if we get dry weather, they might get their crunch back. Heron Song, I saw that actually when I was flipping around through Prime to see what I could watch. David Victor, yep. That was classic. R.I.P. to Bob Einstein, aka Superman. Also, Marty Funkhauser on Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's the one who talked like this! That was when he was on Curb, when he was pretty old. His voice wasn't quite that that bad when he was Super Dave. Hello, Harry. How you doing? Hey, Rennie Moffat. So there's Bathurst Street. We'll just keep on walking along Niagara. That's right, Albert Brooks' brother. I just watched a documentary about Albert Brooks just recently, a new one. It was pretty good. Very influential comedian. And his brother was Super Dave. I mean, that family definitely had some funny genes. So Albert Brooks' real name is Albert Einstein. You can see why he changed that. If he wants to be a comedian. Aren't you supposed to be doing physics? What are you doing comedy? All right, Hidden Jackpots. It was good to have you. I love these old buildings here. I'm glad that they're not meeting the Wrecker's Ball. They're being incorporated into a new development. I think they used to make coffins in there. It was a factory, a coffin factory. And then it became sort of artists' lofts or something of that sort. Yeah, it should be a good time, right, Harjot? I haven't been to a Santa Claus parade in probably over 10 years. I think the first year I was living in Toronto, I went to it. And that was it. I hadn't been back since. So that was 13 years ago. Hey, Malden 1, watching from Newcastle, England. Hello, Tatey Wolf. Hopefully I pronounced Tatey correctly. Cheers. Cheers to you both. Ah, very cool, Maroof. Looks like this weeping willow still has its leaves here on Niagara Street, as do most of these trees around here. Crossing Wellington Street, I think, here. Yep. So we're moving away from downtown now. Yeah, this street is kind of interesting. It curves all along this route. It's not a straight street going north-south or east-west. Vivian, I didn't see that. It's Gordon Lightfoot's hometown. There's a Buddhist temple. Dusty coal, yeah, it's pretty normal for no snow in Toronto. Sometimes all the way past Christmas, there'll be no snow. Or maybe just a couple light snowfalls here and there that quickly melt away. And we might get a few major snowfalls every Christmas. Like 10 centimeters or 15 would be a big one. Usually within a couple of weeks, it's all melted away again. The temperature often goes above zero in the winter. Here's King Street. Wesley, I'm on Niagara Street, walking along, I think, the whole length of Niagara Street. It will take me up to Queen Street. So we're just at King right now. Action Kid was live. Yeah, didn't he stream the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? I saw you had like something like 300,000 views for that live stream. It would be nice to get that many views for the Santa Claus parade, but that most definitely will not happen. All right. Niagara Festival of Lights. Here's an old school. Niagara Street Public School. Am I going to any Black Friday sales? No. Definitely not. I'll probably do a video of the chaos though downtown due to Black Friday, if there is chaos this year. That remains to be seen, but I'll check it out in any case to see how busy or not busy it is. Might be worth a video. I think people enjoy that sort of thing. Well, when I was in the mall on Saturday with Megan, the Eaton Center, it was swarming with people. It was packed. So I imagine Black Friday will be pretty darn busy there. We didn't even do Black Friday in Canada until like the last 10 years or so. Because we always had Boxing Day for that. The day after Christmas. Hey, adopt a pit bull, save a life. Welcome to the channel. Glad you could come and check out the stream. And cheers to Henry, Toronto Tech and Transit. He's a good guy. He's out there almost every day streaming. For hours, hours upon hours.
So how long before you come back?
Yeah, high fiver. I'll definitely check out the Distillery Christmas Market or whatever it's called this year. Here's an alley that is full of graffiti, but it's not graffiti alley, it's just another alley that is also full of graffiti, because in Toronto, almost every alley is full of graffiti. They could all be called graffiti alley. Alright, so here's where Niagara Street ends, at Queen Street West. So this is the West Queen West area. No, there's not, Rennie Moffat. There's also no Burrito Alley. I want a Burrito Alley. Hello, Fawad Shah. Erlinda Brownette, hello. Right. West Queen West, and we're heading west still. That's a very good pastry store across the street, Nadej. Years ago, when Megan was still living in Toronto, she worked for them for a while. I think she was in charge of their social media. Hello, WMD. How you doing? There's a look back towards the east. Who's this Drake person? I don't know if I permit him to be in my town. This town's not big enough for the both of us. Hey, Nintendo Switch fan. You know, I don't think I've been in a Toronto 7-Eleven the entire time I've lived here, so I'm not even sure what they have in there. Trinity Bellwoods Park across the street. All's quiet there now, but in the summertime, that place is hopping. It's the most popular park in the central city, I would say, in terms of how many people go to hang out. Roy Explorers. I think I've heard of it. I think I've heard of Roy before, JL Braswell. I think I've seen him pop into some other live streamers' chats and say hello. I might have seen one of his videos before. I think I have, you know. Because I do watch quite a few San Francisco oriented channels. Hello, man mad. That's a lot of emojis there, but I'll let it pass this time. The first emoji post is okay. After that, go easy on those emojis. Mad mode. Man mad, I should say. Classical Canadian restaurant. Yeah, that's a hard thing to pin down. Are we having a confrontation? I think that guy was annoyed. He almost got doored, I think. The guy parked his car and got out and opened the door, and the guy on the scooter almost ran into the door, but he didn't. But he was still annoyed enough to stop and cuss the guy out. I don't know about a classic Canadian restaurant other than like Harvey's or Tim Hortons or you know, some chain restaurant that everyone associates with Canada. this wind is just blasting. Blasting right in my face. You have eaten pizza? I'm sorry to hear that, Jacqueline. Doesn't have the best reputation. I've always maintained though that pizza is decent as long as it's fresh out of the oven. I used to get it then when I was ordering a whole pizza. Just go in, get my fresh pizza, then it was decent. Shaw Street. Hey, Janie DeJaren. Welcome to the stream. And Mike Landry's in the house with a $2 super chat. Thank you very much, Mike Landry. Very much appreciated. It's a nice purple tree. I think the big white squirrel is over here. Yeah, that's right. Toronto is known for its mythical white squirrels, which you sometimes see. Mainly around this part of town too, like in Trinity, Bellwoods. But they're sort of a rare thing. It's always a bit of an occasion when you spot the white squirrels. Hey, Rob MNR, £2 super sticker. Thank you very much, Rob MNR. The support is awesome. It's very much appreciated. So you're almost back up to the 300 viewer mark we had earlier before I ended that first stream. So here's the big white squirrel. Monument to the White Squirrel, 2019. So if you're ever in Toronto and you see a white squirrel, count yourself as being lucky, because most people don't get to see one. Toronto does have tons of black squirrels though, which some people find unusual in some areas. I guess black squirrels are not the norm, but here they are. You thought you saw one? And we're almost at Ossington, so I'm going to walk north on Ossington. We'll check out the Ossington Strip. We'll see how it's doing on a cold Thursday evening in late November. In the summer it's hopping. It's a very lively and busy strip of bars and restaurants. Probably won't be too busy right now, is my guess. Queen in Ossington. Let's head north away from this wind blowing in my face. I'm sure now the wind will change direction and still blow directly in my face though. It likes to do that. Kirk, we already had our Thanksgiving in Canada in October. Ours is a bit earlier than the US Thanksgiving. It's basically the same though, just at a different, about a month earlier. But happy Thanksgiving to all the American viewers watching. Hope you've had a lovely holiday today. Everyone's waiting for the Ossington bus right here. I'll just walk. I don't need no stinking bus. It says downtown, but we're not downtown. We're well west of downtown now. But in Toronto, a lot of people like to refer to almost the entire old city as downtown. If you're like in old Toronto, people just tend to lump it in as all downtown. It's not really the case though. Got a very lovely stretch of shops here across the street. They've all been rejuvenated. Those buildings were a lot more run down before. I'll show you the most highly rated pizza place in the city according to people on Reddit. I know you can't always believe everything you see on Reddit, or you can't always assume Redditors are the, you know, the most knowledgeable and correct group of people out there. But according to Reddit, Toronto's most highly rated pizza place is on Ossington. It's not Blondie's, which is a very good pizza place right over here that I've been to before with Megan, although you can't really see it, but it's called Blondie's Pizza. I definitely recommend them. They're good, but the one that we'll be going to is a bit further north. Hello, Cat S.
I'm tearing up and I was like, what am I doing with my life?
Wow, a lot of people waiting to get into this ice cream and bakery here. It was like a lineup. That's right, Jacqueline S. That's right. So for all those Americans wondering when our Thanksgiving is, Columbus Day in the US is the same day as Canadian Thanksgiving. Yeah, I heard her say that and I thought, Are you referring to the fact that you're waiting in line for an ice cream and bakery in late November on a cold night? What am I doing with my life? Why do I want ice cream in late November? Hello, Pamela. Hey, welcome. But I guess ice cream is good at any time of the year. SE Cat S agrees. So, pretty lively here on Ossington. Lots of people out and about. Hello, Everett Clenenden. And I see we're back up over 300 viewers again. It took a while after the first stream came to an abrupt end, thanks to me. Yeah, I remember Ossington pre-hipster, right? It became sort of a hipster area, but before that it was definitely not a cool place. What is this? This place is busy.
I think like when it's people like Mitra and Nashua,
wow,
they're pretty like.
Coffee. It's time for coffee talk. And I think that pizza place is right beside a cool record store, so that's how I'll spot it. When I see the record store, I'll know the pizza place is right there. Professor 88P, a $2 super chat. Thank you very much, Professor, for the generous support. Very much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the walk along Ossington here. And I'm seeing some new names pop up in the chat tonight. So welcome to anyone who's just discovering my channel or is first time watching my stream. I hope you enjoy. This is it right here, Super Point. That sign is kind of hard to see, but
I was out here.
Super Point Pizza, rated as the best pizza place in Toronto, according to Reddit. Take that with a grain of salt. It is Reddit after all. But they're often on point about a lot of things there on Toronto Reddit. Get it? On point. So Super Point Pizza. Ossington Avenue, right beside Rotate This record store. And Everett Clenenden, a $10 super. Thank you very much for the very generous support, Everett. Maybe a coffee or tea. Indeed, thank you so much. I appreciate it very much, Everett. And Domegarth, a €2 super sticker. My goodness, thank you also, Domegarth.
Yeah.
The support is warming my heart right now. Which definitely helps on a cold night. Pizzeria Libretto. They have a bunch of locations. They're also really good too. Lucky's Bodega. I noticed that that term is becoming more used in Toronto in recent years. You never heard anyone referring to corner stores as bodegas in Toronto at all, but now it's becoming a little bit more common, I find. I think maybe it's a hipster thing. Trying to ape New York City a little bit maybe, but it is what it is. Another busy spot right here. So this is Dundas Street. Hello, Alipio Calvasante. Or is it Calvacante? In any case, hello, Alipio. Welcome to the stream. Another new name to me, anyway. It's good to see you. All right, so now we're going to head back east again. Along Dundas, we'll walk through this part of Little Portugal. G-Man 5000. Wow. Yeah, that about sums it up, I guess. Hello, Jay Reed. Welcome to you as well. Oh, interesting, Richard Bishop. And hello to you as well. Do I visit Brazil? I've never been. I'd like to go though. There's so many, countless places I'd like to go. But Little Portugal here also has a significant Brazilian community. For obvious reasons, they share a common language. So you'll find some Brazilian businesses along this part of Dundas Street. Mostly a bit further to the west. The heart of Little Portugal is that way. We're walking kind of away from it right now. G-Man 5000. I think it's around maybe 2 or 3 Celsius. So just a bit above the freezing mark. But it doesn't feel that bad. As long as the wind isn't blowing in your face, it feels alright. You live in Florida, okay. Well, it's about maybe like 36 degrees Fahrenheit, I guess, in Toronto right now. Or close to that. Hello, Advisorit. How you doing? I can see the tower again peeking through the trees. For those just joining the stream, we started downtown. And I made my way west away from downtown, but now we're walking east back towards downtown. I had to end my first stream earlier because YouTube told me the stream had ended. So I restarted it. That's why this says part 2. So part 1 is probably on my channel now. So here's Trinity Bellwoods from this side, and a clearer shot of the tower. So this is where you might see a white squirrel. JD, no, my battery didn't run out. I just got a notification pop up telling me that my stream has ended on YouTube, even though it was still going from what I could tell. But there were no more live chats coming in, so even though people were still chatting, they weren't showing up for me, and I had no way of knowing whether people were still seeing the stream or not, so I had no choice but to end that first stream and then restart it. Cat S, yeah, they're both awesome parks, both sort of on the opposite sides of downtown. But the view from Riverdale Park is by far the best view of the city skyline from a park. Hey, Fifi CL, how you doing? And hello, Rowan. What do I do for my job? Well, this, believe it or not, this is my main job now. This pays almost all the bills. Just barely, though. Just barely. Definitely not raking in the big YouTube bucks or anything like that, but just barely enough to get by, with a little bit of help on the side from a smaller secondary gig. Center Island, that's true. If you consider that a park among all the other city parks, the view from Center Island is spectacular. Oh, I agree, Crikey. I think just being able to get by doing something you enjoy, such as this, is more than I could have ever hoped for, really. It was the fuzz. You'll never get me, Copper. See? Yeah, that's true, Novokos. That's true. Yeah, I require air conditioning in the summer. I didn't take my AC out of my window until near the end of October. Because we were still getting some warm weather, or my apartment would heat up very quickly. Hello, Rarefied Tennis. You'll never get me, copper, see? Hey, I recognize this guy. Any He-Man fans out there? Any childhood nostalgia coming back to you right now? I have the power! He-Man. Upstate New York Bob, yes, happy Thanksgiving to you, Upstate New York Bob. Our American neighbors just across the lake. That's right, Toronto is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from upstate New York. If you count the water border in the middle of Lake Ontario, you could even say that Toronto borders directly onto New York State. I think you only have to go about 16 miles south from the Toronto shore of Lake Ontario. 16 miles south and more to the east, and then you will come upon the border that runs right through the middle of the lake. Double crossed by a copper, see? Here's another 7-Eleven. XPB Zones, hello, hello. I've never seen a UFO. I never have, Angela. Never seen anything that was convincingly unidentified to me, where I was like, what could that be? Where there was no explanation that seemed logical. I wish I would, though. I'd love to see a UFO that blew my mind. John Lennon saw one from an apartment he was living in Manhattan. Apparently it was very close by at the time too. And then he yelled, and his girlfriend, May Pang, at the time, ran out onto the terrace. And they both saw it. And then he put it into the lyrics of one of his songs. The song called Nobody Told Me. It goes, UFOs over New York, and I ain't too surprised. Dun 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 dun.
That's alright. I will stop talking any minute.
So I had to put at least some Beatlesque sort of factoid in the stream, right? That's right, Scott. Nobody told me there'd be days like these. Nobody told me there'd be days like these. Nobody told me there'd be days like these. Strange days indeed. Don't. Most peculiar, mama. Whoa. Alright, we're heading east now on Dundas Street. A lot of UFO videos. I've seen so many UFO videos, but none of them convinced me really that there's not some other explanation, including all those ones released by the US Navy that just look like little blips and things like that. What are they? I don't know, but UFO, like actual alien spacecraft? I don't know. I'm not convinced of that. Something else? Okay. Most peculiar. That's right, Jenny. Most peculiar, mama. Whoa. Tony Moy. I would love to see Bigfoot too. I want to see all the stuff. All the stuff I don't believe in. I want to see it all. Show me the ghosts. Show me the Bigfoot. Show me the Loch Ness Monster. Show me the alien greys who come down and probe you. I want to see it all. I'm ready. I'm waiting. I think we're almost at Bathurst. Hey, Kathleen Das, have a good night. You're very welcome.
I swear I seen that.
Hope to catch you next time. Smells like laundry detergent around here. I must have just walked past a laundromat, maybe. Has that fresh laundry smell. It's pretty good, actually. Carolina Pizzeria. I think I tried that place a long time ago, or at least another place that was in the same location. Right beside the Hard Luck Bar. I saw a metal show there years ago, and I think we went for pizza right afterwards. King Chen 191. It's cold. It's a chilly night. Just a bit above freezing, around 2 or 3 Celsius. Yeah, it's still a pretty good night for walking upstate New York, Bob. It's not too chilly by any means for a nice walk around, and there's plenty of people out walking also, so I think it takes a lot more than this to keep Toronto people in the house or in their condos. Once you get down to like minus 10 or 15 Celsius, that's when people start hibernating a bit more. But it rarely gets that cold in Toronto for more than like a day, maybe. A cold snap type thing. There's Toronto Western Hospital. So this is Bathurst Street. There's the tower. Hello, John G. Sirwick. My apartment can get a little dry in the winter, yeah. Not too bad though. Good Burger 2. I haven't even seen Good Burger 1. There's a bunch of good food places here in these shipping containers. I think they're all closed right now. Hello, Glenn. And maybe I shouldn't attempt to pronounce your last name. Shembrischembri. Glenn Shembrischembri. Hopefully I didn't butcher that too bad. This one's still open. I think that's the only one that's open. Stuffed grilled cheese. There you go. And the one next door, I guess, is open also. Funny you said stuffing, Smitty, right when I looked at that place called Stuffed. Yeah, a little bit of buffering. Alright, so we're heading towards part of downtown again. Paranoid. And the new development here at Alexandra Park is coming along. Building some new residential buildings here in the old neighborhood. It's an old housing project that is being redeveloped bit by bit, parcel by parcel. Similar to what they did at Regent Park on the east side. Alright, I'm going to cross. Per Appleman, yeah. There's a bunch of YouTube channels I watch where they explore abandoned malls all around the US. We have some in Canada, just it's not as prevalent in Canada as it is in the US. But Toronto does have a few dead malls. Mostly small malls that are unable to compete with larger shopping centers. The big malls here are all thriving now. The big regional malls, they're all doing quite well. Hello, Brazil Marines. This is where Chinatown and Kensington Market start asserting themselves. Maybe I'll walk north up Augusta. We'll check out Kensington Market here. So I recently walked down Spadina in a video with Megan. through Chinatown. That was when we walked from Kensington to the Well and did a tour inside the new Well shopping center. %50 off clearance sale. There you go. Lots of places to get vintage clothing in Kensington. That's sort of what it's known for. And restaurants. Multicultural restaurants galore. What is this? Hello, Peter Bradfield. There's also lots of alleyways with graffiti, if you're into that sort of thing. And you got dogs playing poker. You can't get more classic than that. You have creatures made out of spare parts. This one looked like it's collapsing. It's not normally leaning like that. I think it needs some repairs. Hello, Daniel, watching from Niagara Falls. I think the Mall of America might still be the biggest mall in the US, but I know they built that other huge mall in New Jersey that opened up recently. And the West Edmonton Mall is still the biggest mall in Canada, which I did go to. I did a video walking through the West Edmonton Mall with Megan a year ago. Because my dad happens to live in Edmonton, so we went to go visit. And we did a few Edmonton videos, including through the mall. And a very, very cold live stream. A freezing cold live stream in downtown Edmonton. Frescoes, fish and chips. This is Bellevue Square Park. It's the local park here in Kensington. Hello, Julia Murray. How you doing? Yeah, my West Edmonton Mall video is gradually amassing a respectable number of views. It's sort of a slow burn video in that way. Yeah, there's a water park in there. All kinds of stuff. There's an amusement park with a roller coaster, although I heard they might be shutting down some of the rides in the amusement park. There's Baldwin Street. Don't eat the squid. I totally agree. I don't really enjoy malls for the most part. I only tend to visit them to make videos because on YouTube it is somewhat popular. Mall videos tend to do well. especially Dead Mall videos. So I have done a couple of Dead Mall videos in Toronto here, such as the Shops at Aura, a bizarre little dead mall at the base of a very tall condo building, and Cumberland Terrace, another dead mall in the Yorkville neighborhood. Toronto does have some video rental places left. There's a place called Bay Street Video near Bay and Bloor, which is still doing very well because their library of movies is pretty much unmatched in the city. So that's the place to go if you're looking to rent videos in Toronto. And there was one place called Eyesore Cinema. I'm not sure if that's still going or not, but they are also pretty highly regarded. Hello, Christina Carrillo. Welcome to the stream. I'm in Kensington Market right now, walking north on Augusta Avenue. There's one of the famous Kensington murals. This used to be a burrito place when I first moved to Toronto. Oxford Street. Medical Mushroom Dispensary. Peter Sandful watching from New York City. Hello, hello. It is about maybe 36 or 37 Fahrenheit here in Toronto right now. I think it's expected to get down to about 32 degrees tonight for the overnight low. The truth is, I don't really know that place, no. Find lots of colorful buildings in this neighborhood, especially on Kensington Avenue where all the vintage clothing stores are. That's sort of like a throwback to the 1960s. Colorfully painted old Victorian row houses. What happened over here? Is this a wind casualty? It's been a bit gusty at times tonight. What was this? I don't think this was a wind casualty, because why was it on the stairs here? Oh, I've never been there. Yeah, I just pointed my camera towards there to check out that mushroom dispensary, I think, but I've never been to that restaurant. That's where the burrito place used to be, that I did used to go to. Signal notification here, of all places. Mango. I don't know what that was, Chatty Cathy. Yeah, definitely check out Bay Street Video. I went there to get a copy of Being There on DVD because that's one of my all-time favorite movies. Peter Sellers. So I couldn't find it anywhere, and then I heard about Bay Street Video, and sure enough they had it. It's a Hal Ashby movie. He was a really interesting movie maker back in the day. He did Harold and Maude also. Yeah, it is a great movie. CN Tower sighting. Hello, Ali from Iraq. Yeah, it's a bit windy now. The wind has kicked up in the last few minutes. I'm definitely feeling a bit chillier now. Just from the neck up though. I just shaved today, so my face is bare. I don't have a protective layer of scruff. I'm all baby-faced. No more scruff. Ah. Hello, Shannon. How you doing? South down Spadina. Thank you very much, Per Appleman. Kirk, well, if you get good traffic conditions, you can make the drive from Toronto to Niagara Falls in an hour and a half easy, even less in light traffic. I've seen people make the drive in an hour and 15 minutes, like from, you know, fairly central Toronto to Niagara Falls. Alright, we're going to head back into the heart of downtown. Not too bad, Ali from Iraq. I'm just a bit chilly. Nothing major. The Lillian H. Smith branch of the Toronto Public Library. This is a great old building here. Tower again. The thing just keeps popping into view. Hello, Erlinda Brownette. Do I have a dog? I don't have a dog, no. My sister does, though. So if I ever want to get my dog fix, I can always just go and visit her and Zelda. That's her border collie. But Zelda likes to jump all over me. Sometimes it's hard to get Zelda to calm down. It's like, okay, Zelda, okay. And she has sharp claws, so when she jumps all over you, she like drags her claws on you. You're like, ow, ow, ow. Celsius, yeah, that's about what I thought it was. Yes, thank you, Vivian Johnson. Take this opportunity to say, hey, if you've been enjoying and watching and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the like button and all the other buttons, and come and say hello in the chat if you haven't done that already, although you don't have to. Lurking and enjoying is perfectly fine too, but hit the subscribe anyway, even though you don't really need to say hello. If you do say hello, though, I'll say hello back. Cat, yes, the big tree is up. I did a video just recently with Megan walking into the Eaton Center, checking it out. Hello, Nicole. How you doing? Nice to see you come out and say hi. Vivian Johnson, yes, have a good night. Thank you for holding down the fort with the other mods tonight. It's always appreciated. Your mod squatting skills are highly regarded, as you know. So I'll see you soon in the next one, in the premiere tomorrow night. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Vivian Johnson. There's the fat bastard burrito. Every Wednesday, any small burrito $6.99. That's not too bad, you know. Depends on how small their small burrito is. If it's the same size as the Burrito Boys small burrito, that's a pretty good deal. But I think the Burrito Boys small burrito is also around $6. And they might be bigger. The Burrito Boys burrito might be bigger than the fat bastard small burrito. Hello, Kim Sawmiller. All this talk of burritos is kind of giving me a hankering for a girthy burrito from Burrito Boys. Maybe I'll end the stream at a Burrito Boys. That might be an idea. Gertish, I have tried the Taco Bell burritos. I can eat about 3 or 4 of them at once because they're so skinny. At least the bean burritos, anyway. These pretzels are making me thirsty. These pretzels are making me thirsty. Oh yeah, I do not have a pet. Sorry if I missed that question. I used to have a cat years ago, but I've been petless ever since before I moved to Toronto. So the last 15 years or so, I haven't had a pet. When did I start eating burritos? I don't know, a long time ago. Maybe like 20 years ago. Do I like prairie dogs or marmots? I guess a good old-fashioned prairie dog. Marmots are okay too. Hey, Kitty M's Canada. That's perfectly fine. Thanks for being a long-time subscriber. It's not required to comment or chat. That's just totally your call. It still results in a view on my end. Here's the Stewart building. Awesome old building. This building was designed by the same guy who designed Casa Loma, the famous Toronto attraction. E.J. Lennox was his name. YouTube per Appleman, that's awesome. Back into downtown. We're almost at University Avenue. Yeah, it's still possible to find some good deals on apartments, but it's not easy. And you'd have to be willing to live in not the most convenient neighborhoods sometimes. I think the key to having an affordable place in Toronto is to have moved in years ago with a rent-controlled apartment. Thank you, Dusty Cole. There's the provincial legislature straight ahead. Queen's Park, as it's called. Yeah, my apartment is a rent-controlled unit that I've been living in since 2010, so my rent is very affordable by current standards. Because it wasn't long after I moved in that rents really started going up in Toronto. You could still find some pretty cheap apartments around town in 2010, but not any longer, unfortunately, unless you really beat the pavement or whatever the term is. Hello, Ida. Yeah, grocery store prices are getting stupid now. I actually get annoyed sometimes when I look at some of the prices. Like in Shoppers Drug Mart recently, I was looking at the peanut butter, and a 1 kilogram container of Kraft peanut butter was $11, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. $11 for a 1 kilogram container of name brand peanut butter. I was like, no, I refuse. I refuse to pay $11 for that much peanut butter. So I went elsewhere. If you go to Freshco, the grocery store chain, you can get 1 kilogram of our Compliments brand peanut butter for half that price. And it's decently good. I mean, it tastes not much different than the Kraft peanut butter. And Dollarama also, you can get cheap peanut butter there. Yeah, No Frills, I assume, also has something similar. Per Appleman, you mean like food stamps, that sort of thing? I never really see that kind of thing here. I don't think that's much of a thing here in Canada. I mean, people do use coupons that they clip out of the newspapers or wherever you get them from. People do use those, and they come in the mail sometimes. David Victor, right? Yeah, Whole Foods here is also ridiculously expensive. I've never shopped at a Whole Foods. Yeah, I'll be checking out the Black Friday activity tomorrow downtown. We'll see how busy it is. Get your kicks on Route 66. Right, Ida? Farm Boy right over here is also a very expensive grocery store. I went in there to look around when they first opened downtown, but I quickly was like, yeah, I'm not going to be shopping at Farm Boy. I don't think it's as expensive as Whole Foods, but it's definitely a tier above Loblaws or Metro, which are already expensive enough. Right, we're at Bay Street. Bay and College. Alan, thank you for that heads up there. I might have to pay a visit to the dreaded Cabbagetown No Frills location. I hate going into that store, but $4.44 for peanut butter is a very good deal. Thank you very much, Alan. Hey, Estelle. Hello, hello. All right, we're at Bay and College. I'll take Bay Street south here. Dusty Coal. Toronto has a huge suburban ring, but it's not that much cheaper than the core of the city if you're looking to buy. Maybe a little bit. It is a bit cheaper, but not that much. Not as much as you might think. And apartment rents can still be way too high out in the suburbs. But for sure, renting in the very core of the city where we are now is where you're going to be paying the most. Especially this Bay Street corridor here. You're not going to find anything affordable around here. You might have to go out to the outer ring of satellite cities to find some more affordable rents and houses, such as places like Oshawa or Hamilton. Even Hamilton has gone up a lot lately. It used to be a cheaper alternative for Torontonians, but so many Torontonians have moved there that the prices in Hamilton have gone way up as a result. So now even Hamilton isn't that cheap. Guelph, where Megan lives, also isn't that cheap. I think London, which is a bit further away, about 2 hours outside of Toronto, is probably the closest sizable city where you can still get some affordable housing. Maybe parts of Niagara region, St. Catharines. Hey, Robert Grisano, hello. Is Durham region expensive now? Yeah, it's just a matter of time before all these places become expensive, right? Like Oshawa was always considered sort of like a more low-cost city. It had a reputation. Maybe that kept prices a bit lower. Same with Hamilton. Sally Smith, yep. Yeah, it's everywhere now. So we're in the heart of downtown, walking south down Bay Street. Christina, yeah, Edmonton and Calgary are both much cheaper than Toronto and Vancouver. I think they still are in comparison. Winnipeg also. Ottawa is still considerably cheaper than Toronto, but the rents in Ottawa are definitely not that much cheaper. Real estate, I think, is quite a bit cheaper in Ottawa. There's the Aura. That's where the Dead Mall is, at the base of that condo tower. The shop's at Aura. Foxing border, yeah, I noticed that Oshawa is starting to build some taller buildings downtown, some new taller condo buildings. Starting to change the skyline a bit there. It's been the same for so long. Same with Kitchener. Kitchener has gone crazy building tall condo buildings downtown. I wonder if Oshawa will follow suit. Spent 4 forgettable years in Oshawa. I should go out to Oshawa to do a stream or make some videos. It does have a downtown. It's an old city with a downtown. An industrial city, home of General Motors Canada. So it has character. It's not a suburb like Ajax where there's no downtown. It's just an old satellite city that has sort of been absorbed into the greater Toronto area. Sort of just like a smaller Hamilton, I guess. An old industrial blue-collar city. Although now it's got so many new suburbs that Oshawa isn't really the same place it was years ago. Here's Elm Street. David Victor, yeah, I watch a lot of content like that. I enjoy most of the urbanist YouTube channels, even though some of them can get a bit preachy sometimes, but it's usually content that I enjoy anyway. There's the tower again, peeking between some buildings. Quick, get to the tower. Am I near Minto Plaza? I don't think so. I'm not even sure where Minto Plaza is. Is that down by the Harbourfront area? I think if that's it, then I'm not really near there. Your brother lived on Elm? That's a very nice stretch there, especially between Bay and Yonge, where all the restaurants are. Bay and College. That's where Minto Plaza is? Okay, well, that's right over here. We walk right past there. Wesley, Bay Street. We're heading south on Bay Street. Just about at Dundas. No worries. Yeah, I think Red Lobster's still here. It's right there. Still in business. I see lots of people inside too. Seems pretty busy. Dundas Street. There's the financial district due south. Hey, thanks Billy T. Hey, my pleasure, Estelle. This tree get TP'd or what's the deal there? It got gift wrapped. Here's a tree for Christmas. We're heading towards Yonge and Dundas. Again. Didn't I walk by here in my last stream? How do I keep ending up here? Just when I thought I was out, it pulls me back in. Here's the Blade Runner part of downtown Toronto. That's right, I do fire escapes sometimes. I've been known to walk up a few fire escapes in my streams. That guy is going to town. Might have to get around the music here though, if I can. Oh no, music! Oh no, I'm gonna have to pause the video, or the audio I mean. Alright, I just had to avoid that potential copyright situation with the music over there. Oh no, drill rap. I know. No copyright claim for me, not tonight. Replicants everywhere. Hey Mark D. Well, you can probably tell where I am right now. I think some of these displays have that simulated 3D effect here. I don't know if we'll see one right now though. I have seen one before though. Hey, Life of Leela. Welcome to the stream. They should call it Copyright Square. They should. They definitely should. We're heading south down Yonge. Cat, yes, that's at Yonge and Dundas. The scramble crossing. I can see it right now. There's people scrambling across it right now, up ahead. Add some Roxette songs. Here's the Claw Game Arcade. Yeah, Noble Cost, that's true. Also at Yonge and Bloor, it's not as busy as the Yonge and Dundas one though. That one takes the cake. Try my luck at the claw game so I can win a little stuffed toy. Maybe Megan would like it. Well, Merry Christmas to you all. Hey, Jefferson Rebus, hello.
Hello. I can't believe it, bro. Hello.
All right, now we're on Shooter Street. There's Massey Hall. We saw this near the beginning of my stream in the first part when I was walking south down Victoria. That's a venerable old concert hall. Almost every famous Canadian performer has done a show there. And of course many famous performers from around the world. Mitski, that's who's coming soon. Charlotte Cardin. Just looking at their upcoming shows. Hotel California and Rumors, I guess they're two tribute acts. Got the Eagles and Fleetwood Mac. Feist is coming. Los Angeles Azules. Matt Rife. Oh, that's that comedian who's been in the news lately because of his Netflix special. Apparently he said some things that offended people. I think he's that comedian who is so good looking, his whole audience is mostly women. It's like, let's just go look at the good looking guy tell bad jokes. Is he funny? We don't care. He's good looking. Let's just go look at him. You saw Willie Nelson there? And Sally Smith naming off some places from years gone by. I remember all those places. The longest live stream, I think it was over 4 hours. 4 hours and 13 minutes or something like that. Huntsville is in the house with Robert Grisano. That's right.
Hello.
You'll never get me, copper, see? You'll never get me. Hey, Matt Bross. I don't know if I've heard that song. I've heard a lot of her songs, though. So this is Shooter Street. But let's get off of Shooter. This is Bond Street. Bond. Street Bond. Hey, P379X. That's right, we're in the T.O. Hello, Hildy. Yes, happy Thanksgiving to you and all the other Americans watching tonight. We had our Canadian Thanksgiving last month on your Columbus Day. That's a great song per Appleman. I love that song. Jerry Rafferty was awesome. Kind of a sad story about his personal life, but his music was great. Also, right down the line, I almost tripped on a gap in the sidewalk there. Right Down the Line is what I was trying to say. That's another great song by Jerry Rafferty. But I think everyone knows the saxophone from Baker Street, right? Who doesn't know that part? Even if you don't know who Jerry Rafferty is, you've heard that saxophone part. Alright, I was saying I might bring the stream over to Burrito Boys, and looky what I see right over here. I believe that is a Burrito Boys. This is my neighborhood Burrito Boys. So we're back on Dundas Street East where we started part 1 of this stream. If you just joined during part 2, there is a part 1 that you can check out later. Check out the replay. I had to end part 1 because of a glitch on YouTube. So I've been streaming since 6 o'clock altogether. So almost 3.5 hours. I'd say that's a good amount of streaming for a cold Thursday night. So here's the old Burrito Boys. So I'm going to wrap things up right here. So thank you everyone for joining me tonight. It was a very enjoyable walk around town. A bit chilly, but not too bad. So you're all awesome in the chat tonight. It was good to see some new names. I hope all the new people enjoyed, and hit the subscribe button and the share and the like. So you can catch my next stream on Sunday, and that'll be the Santa Claus Parade coming from downtown Toronto here. Probably the biggest Santa Claus parade in Canada, most well known. And Sally Smith, a last minute super chat, $5. Enjoy dinner. Thank you very much, Sally Smith. That will almost buy me a small burrito here at Burrito Boys. Very much appreciated. And thank you to everyone else who also sent me a super chat or super sticker or any PayPal donations. It's very much appreciated. In both part 1 and part 2 of the stream. It does mean a lot and it helps out the channel very much. And thanks to the mods for being so awesome with their mod squatting. Top tier. And I'll be premiering a video tomorrow evening on the channel. I hope you can catch that. Usually around 7:15ish or so. Give or take 10-15 minutes, but usually around 7:15ish. So I'll see you all then, hopefully, and I'll see you in my next stream on Sunday for the St. Patrick's Day, or St. Patrick's, the Santa Claus Parade. The St. Patrick's Day Parade was the last parade that I streamed with Johnny. And I probably will be seeing Johnny again this Sunday for the Santa Claus Parade. So anyway, enough rambling. I have a burrito waiting for me here. So have a good night, everyone. I'll see you all next time.